Good evening, children. I hope everyone are doing fine. Let us continue with the chapter Heredity and Evolution. So, we were studying about Mendel inheritance rules, right? And also contribution by Gregor Mendel. So, we shall see his experiment of monohybrid cross in today's class. So, let us begin. So, children, we know that Gregor Mendel, he was the first scientist to make systematic study of inheritance. So, we need some evidence, we need some proof to understand this inheritance. So, he was a person who gave a complete picture of systematic study of inheritance, and we know that he was very good at mathematics. So, wherein he could imply the mathematic knowledge to this discovery. So, let us see. So types of inheritance that we see is two types. So one is monohybrid inheritance, that is transfer of only one trait. So only one trait it is going to transfer. So what in case of dihybrid inheritance? It is transfer of two traits. Okay, you know what is traits. So in today's class we shall see only monohybrid cross, and one more video I'll be sending, so wherein you can understand how the monohybrid cross is done. Okay, so systematically how it is done. It is very easy than your complicated mathematics. Okay, yeah. So a monohybrid cross is a genetic mix between two individuals. That means two genes getting mixed up. Okay, so between two individuals who have a homozygous genotypes, that is same gene. Okay, or the genotypes that are completely dominant, or it might be completely recessive. Okay, so which results in opposite phenotypes for a certain genetic trait. So this is about the definition for monohybrid cross. Here we have taken the example of height of a plant, that is height of a pea plant, where we see two contrasting traits. So one is tall and another one is dwarf. So here you should understand the terms like what is homologous traits, what is heterologous traits, and what is allele. Okay, so in between the definition we heard these terms, right? So what is mean by homologous traits? So the traits may be similar among related organism, like we see tails in cats also, we see tails in dogs also, and monkeys also, and other organisms. Okay, or it might be modified. So tail is modified as a wrist bones in case of whales and humans. So this is a shared structure, that is we call it as homologous traits. So what is heterologous traits? It differs in shape, size and function, that does not belong to the same pair. Okay, that means different traits we see. So what is allele? Allele is nothing but variants of gene that is controlling the same trait. Okay, so the gene which is controlling the tallness, the gene which is controlling the dwarfness, that is said to be alleles which present on the chromosomes, which is present on the same specific region of chromosome. We call it as locus. Okay. So as I am going to explain this cross in the next video, so we'll have a general picture how monohybrid cross is done. For example, pure tall breed we are taking from a pea plant, that is represented as capital T and capital T, and pure dwarf plant we are taking small t and small t. What Mendel did is he crossed between these two traits. Okay, so that stage we call it as parental generation. That stage we call it as parental generation, that is pure tall is crossed between pure dwarf. So now the genes has to be obtained, the genotype. So the gametes we call it as. Okay, so that is the types of gametes that is coming from our two parents is one capital T and one small t. Always the gametes has to be represented in the encircled form. Okay, so what happens if these two fuse together? So what is the thing obtained in F1 generation, or F is represented as filial generation, filial generation, or we call it as F1 generation. So that is we get a monohybrid tallness. Okay, that is two genes we can see, one is tall and one is dwarf gene, but the expressed one is at capital T. So now we shall have a F2 generation. So what happens in F2 generation if this F1 generation traits has been self crossed? We are crossing capital T and small t. Okay, so here we can see a self cross, that is male gamete and female gamete. So male gametes we have capital T and small t. Female gametes we have capital T and small t. You will understand in a checkerboard. I have explained in another video. So here what happens, you need to multiply with this. We need to have a cross. We need to cross this. So we get a phenotypic ratio of 3:1. So what is phenotypic? It is the external appearance of the traits. That is, if we see the plants, we can say that it is tall. We can see the plants and say it is dwarf. So we are able to see because of their appearance, right? So when we do this checkerboard, we will get 3 tall plants. Okay, 3 tall plants we can see and 1 dwarf plant we can see. So I'll write it as 3:1. And genotypic ratio is nothing but same gene. Okay, so we have one same gene for tall and 2 same genes for tallness again, but we see 2 contrasting characters again. Next, one dwarf plant we can see, that is small t. So you'll understand this cross better, and we can express phenotypic ratio. 75% will be tall plants in F2 generation and only 25% of dwarf plant we can see. Isn't it easy, children? Just go through the another video, you'll understand it much better. I hope everyone had followed this concept. So I'll send you the worksheet to solve it, children. Have a good day.